You say Martell has big dick energy, but do you mind that he's still spreading that big dick all over Huntsville, Alabama? Oh. Very interesting relationship with Bills.
What a bother! Was she about the nasty ass clothes in your restaurant?
A few minutes later.
Did she lose?
She went print. Never, honey. You put all the shots in your face. It was on the face, on the TV, swole up and saw you was looking crazy. Well, how look now, bitch? You can't. But the way you just sat here and lied on this damn chair, I for sure feel like you be gaslighting him. Ever in your life. Girl, speak on my son. And I'm keep my son's name in your mouth. You don't know.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, The Reunion Part 1. And I can go ahead and say that did it save the season?
No.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to take too long, y'all. Let's get into the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and enjoy.
Let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, won it, securing the bag.
All right, y'all. So basically, the intro of the video, all the ladies look beautiful. For me, who I like Kandi's outfit, and I love Marlo's. Marlo and Kandi was my favorite. I know there's a lot of controversy. People didn't like Marlo's. They said she over here wearing a bedsheet. I get it. It just gave me life. So Marlo and Kandi was my top two. After that, it was Sheree. I felt like Sheree looked really good. And Courtney, I like Courtney's little bustiquela. It gave really, boutique. It was cute. Kenya was really cute. I liked hers as well. Sanya was just very simple, very cute. She's pregnant, looks gorgeous. Drew, I did not like it. Mayetta, I did not like it. I feel like Mayetta's could have been good. I liked everything from the waist up. I just don't like the pants. They weren't hemmed right. It wasn't my thing. Right? But Andy basically starts it off. He's like, okay, Drew, so you still live with Ralph? She's like, yeah. I'm like, girl, what? He also talks about Sheree got a new face implant. So basically her whole face got cut off and she never stopped. No, but basically with Sheree, she just got, she said she got her nose done, but that swole her whole face. Right. Why did Courtney and Mayetta throughout this whole thing have more talking time than Samuel? Look, Samuel was sitting there just like, girl, I'm pregnant, I'm pretty. They're not going to attack the pregnant girl. So we basically start the episode off with Sheree and her storyline with Martell, She by Sheen, her beef with Kandi, and they elaborated that a lot. And basically like the secret daughter. So Andy asked Sheree, how did you not know that Bob had a secret daughter? So she was like, yeah, I just didn't know. I really didn't ask. I don't be talking to him like that. But he's like, okay, so your kids didn't tell you that he had a secret daughter? And mind you, I talk to my mom like damn near every day. So if I had like a sibling that, I didn't know, my parents were divorced. But if I had a sibling that, my mom didn't know of, first of all, I'm kicking with my mom like,
Mom, guess what? Daddy got a child over here in Birmingham, Alabama. Girl, yes. So for her to be so close to her kids and I'm not telling her, it's kind of weird. But okay. They go on about the whole face transplant situation and how Sheree's face was so swollen. And they asked her, what did she get done? She said she got a nose job and she was like, okay, well, I couldn't breathe, so fix my nose. I guess, but I mean, her whole face was swole. And maybe that's what it does. I don't know. I never had any work done. Maybe that's what it does. But girl, you look the sight. Yeah. And then, we get on the whole Martell big dick energy. I mean, do Martell got big dick energy? I feel like we all could say, yeah, he do.
In Connecticut said, Sheree, you say Martell has big dick energy, but do you mind that he's still spreading that big dick all over Huntsville, Alabama? Oh.
Sheree basically talking about that they're not together at the moment. They're still talking, but, he has a lot of drama that comes with him and she's just trying to protect her peace.
We have the most amazing time. He's very respectful, but I pulled back a little bit because I'm always getting caught up in his mess.
Now, we're not going to sit up here and act like they were really together or we believe that they were really together. I haven't seen them kiss. All I saw that they were hugging. I haven't seen any intimate affection. And maybe her rebuttal would be, oh, well, we'll keep that private. That's for us. Maybe so. But y'all don't act like a couple that's together by any means. Kenya and Sheree get into it a little bit, and basically about like, you know, Kenya not having a man.
You have given many interviews where you point out that Kenya doesn't have a man.
Because she said that, you know, she had to provide the same energy that Martell gave her because
Sheree was just like, okay, you don't have a man, that's fine. You always say that, oh, well, the reason why I matched Martell's energy was because, you know, I don't have a man present. But she was like, girl, bring a man around.
she didn't have a man with her.
In the show,
Bring a man next time.
Present. I don't want any man. I don't want a man who
Listen.
speaks to his wife a certain way or has
you want-
baby.
I feel like Sheree's really on one because Sheree, I feel like they walked to her house and they was like, Sheree, you know, the reunion's tomorrow. I just want to give you a heads up.
You're on the motherfucking chopper block. Yeah, you're on the chopper block again.
You got to pull something out the woodwork. So Sheree got busy. This is the most Sheree had to prepare for a reunion. She got busy for real because she has been on this reunion. I'm not mad at it, but okay. They said production knocked on the door, said, look, we got pink slips. It's do or die. And if you fail, we're rebooting. Right. Kenya, basically, she's still married to Mark, and she basically talks about that he filed contempt charges on her, basically claiming that she's not letting him see their daughter, which I don't really believe, and the fact that Marlo was kicking on the door, and Brooklyn was in the room, and he basically cited that in the contempt.
What's the allegation?
You know, he was trying to say I was preventing him from seeing his child. There was another issue that he cited where Marlo was kicking at the door.
So, you know, Marlo tries to apologize, but Kenya's not hearing it, and I don't blame her, because now the fact that your actions, if I was Kenya, Marlo's actions now caused me to prolong my divorce and brought my child into it. I'd be irritated, so I wouldn't accept Marlo's apology anyway. I don't care about none of that. You should have thought about that before you want to act a buffoon on TV just for a moment. No, because you could have just deaded the situation and walked back downstairs to the lobby, right? So, you know, Kenya, she pulls subpoena papers from behind the couch. She shows Andy. Andy's like, okay, I see the subpoena. I'm just like, hold on. What's about to happen?
As it has been named in those contempt charges, I don't want to go to jail. So you can come and speak your piece.
Well, I mean, it's blank.
But, you know, it was blank. So it really didn't do anything. So at that moment, she was just like, I got the wrong paper. I'm just like, Kenya, baby, you could just said to Marlo, like, girl, see me in court. Yeah. For it to be blank, well, it was just like, it took the gusto out of it, right? Then Kenya basically tells everyone that Marlo's phone number was in Mark's phone and that Mark was over here talking to Marlo, and Marlo was trying to dig up dirt on Kenya.
Calling Mark 2 years ago.
Okay, and now you're
You
lying.
can talk about
I
that.
know, and now
During
you're
discovery
lying.
of my
All right.
divorce case, I was able to subpoena his
About
phone
it, about
record.
And Kenya was like, yeah, you're just trifling, you're low down and dirty, da. My whole thing is this, Kenya, Marlo is shady and trifling, right? But I feel like Mark is shadier. So for the fact that you believe what he's saying after all the stuff he put you through is crazy. So by you saying this, I'm not saying that is true or not. I don't know, allegedly, right? But for you to believe Mark, of all people, is crazy to me.
You did.
I know.
You did.
How do you know it was dirt if you only saw the phone record?
He told me.
Oh.
And
We'll see it in court. I'm going to court now. I
Why
wanna see
are you
discovery.
talking?
Really? So we get on this whole Sheree's birthday party, and if Martell should have paid for the bill. I believe if Martell planned it, he should pay. Right? I feel like you planned it, just go ahead and cover the bill for all the people that's going to be in attendance. But I feel like if Martell was invited to the event, because, you know, they're friends, then he's a guest. So I don't feel like he should have paid at all. Like, I feel like, you know, even that's her man or regardless, but if I feel like this is her event, Sheree should have paid. And Andy was like, so, you know, you're going to pay for it. Sheree's looking gagged. She's just like, me pay? Oh, never. I don't pay bills.
I decided to throw something for my birthday. This is my birthday. I'm inviting some of my friends. Martell was an invited guest.
You would take care of it.
Me?
Right? So she's over here just like, no, the birthday girl never pays this, that, and the third. We don't do that. And, you know, Marlo's like,
Yeah, we never pay the bills, girl.
Andy then rebuttals, and he's just like, you know, Sheree, you have a weird relationship with bills. What is that about?
Ooh, you have a very interesting relationship with bills.
Sheree then says, like, no, at the end of the day, nobody has ever called me trying to take me to court, but they put a lien on your house, but they never called, allegedly, but they never called me to try to take me to court, and then Shay's Kandi was just like, yeah, hey, Johnny. So now Candy's like, you know, my restaurant is based off my aunt, and everybody already know that, so don't even try to sit up and say that I'm over here trying to steal.
Tried to sue me for stealing an idea. Hey, Johnny. About it.
No,
this
Stacy,
is
we're not on that site.
This is from
She started
Rwanda,
with me.
who has no skin in the...
Kandi's rebuttal also was just like, okay, so are you paying the people about the fashions that are not on your website? Are you paying them? So that's when Sheree just like, you know, she starts shuffling through her thing. She's like, yeah, you know, I got my receipts. I got my receipts. I'm like, Sheree, at some point you got to realize you've been doing this for a long time, and not necessarily 13 years because you've been off and on a lot of times. But I feel like, Sheree, at some point we really gotta get it together. But you know, she started pulling out papers and receipts showing that Rowan was basically co-signing that, you know, she did pay everyone.
I paid Rowan paid him.
And she's saying,
Don't believe everything you read on the internet.
Kandi then brings up, okay, that doesn't matter because why are the fashions on your runway not on the site? And then Sheree's like, you're so jealous. Why are you worried about she by Sheree? Why are you over here worried about she, me, I die, blah, 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 blah. What you need to worry about is over here, go mop that nasty ass floor. I ain't gonna hold you. She kind of ate with that.
Why bother with she by Sheree? Go mop them nasty ass floors in your restaurant. Go mop them nasty ass floors in your restaurant. That's what you worry about. Nasty ass what? Floors.
But then she messed it up because because Kandi was like, what'd you say? She's like, go clear out those nasty ass floors. Cause they're greasy.
They're greasy. They're greasy.
Obviously they're greasy because we know they're nasty. You don't have to bring it up. It's rhetorical. What are we doing? But I just find it funny when Sheree's over here screaming and hollering, talking about, oh, you're worried about me. You're worried about she by Sheree. Sheree, you had a whole Sheree news. And we about to get to it. You had a whole Sheree news damn near dedicated to Kandi. But you want to talk about somebody over here worried about you. Girl, you had to do research on Kandi to fill that out. That was all Adobe InDesign. And it's hard. Okay. So, you know, Kandi basically comments on the face swap. It's like, girl, you over here talk about, look at my body, look at this and the third, talk about squats, not shots. But you said you put all the shots in your face.
Whatever you got going on. Let me stand up, honey. Oh. So I can show you the body and the face. But you can never, honey, never.
My whole thing is they really going at each other like they've been beefing this whole season. But then they chill and like, okay, look at the bag, inside the bag. I'm like, girl, get away from me because you might try to hit me. No bag. No mas. No goes on. No, I can't do it. So, you know, that whole interaction between Sheree and Kandi was a key. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was funny because after Kandi was just like, okay, but look at your face, and then Sheree talk about how I look now. I was like,
you put all the shots in your face. That's why the shot on the TV swole up and saw you was looking crazy. But look how I look now, bitch. You look much better.
Okay. But like I said, like, it was a key, and I'm not gonna, you know, I give credit credit's due. Like, they ate that.
You can't sit with me, honey. You are a low down, dirty, nothing ass bitch. Big face, small face. You can't sit with me. You anywhere. Keep tightening up your work.
Sheree sits down and she pulls out the She News, and you know, it's funny, but low key it's a flop because my whole thing is you had to do research, you had to copy, paste all the information about Kandi. Basically, it make it look like you and Kandi's #1 fan, and I'm just like, I get his shade, but you pay money to print this out. Maybe, you know, I don't gotta worry about money, but bills. I'm just like, if it's somebody I don't care for, are we beefing? Girl, I'm paying you dust. That's it. I'm not giving you nothing else. So for her to give all this energy towards Kandi, it makes you look like you're her #1 fan. Sorry. But the information in her She News did make me giggle. It did. When she was like, okay, it was $7.99, but you're paying $79.99.
Is this a newspaper that you printed? She News?
She would print some. I wish she would print some fashion.
I'm just like, Sheree, how are you going to sit up here and talk about anyone uppricing clothes from Alibaba when you literally have on your website jumpsuits, graphic tees for $100? Have you lost your everlasting mind? Ma'am, go to jail. Literally. Andy basically loved the She News. She's like, oh, this is definitely going to BravoCon. This is going to the clubhouse. Yes, man, you ate this, girl. You ate this. I'm like, Andy, don't give it too much. Don't give it too much. It's cute, but don't give it too much.
$79 and Kandi Burns is charging $75 a tag.
Let me have my.
Wait, look, Andy.
Sit down.
So Drew's segment comes up and we basically talk about, you know, her shooting for the past, and you know, we talk about her experience. She liked the experience, but then a fan comment was just like, okay, Drew, you said that after this you only do Lifetime and above. Like, what's going on with that? How you feel about that, Kandi? So Kandi obviously didn't like that, but Drew was like, okay, at the end of the day, you know, I'm part of the SAG And, you know, I have a minimum of what I can do. You see Sheree and Marlo over here talking like, oh, you know, she only got paid $10,000. Kandi like, now she think I may pay more than $10,000, which I hope so, because there is a bare minimum for the SAG community of what they can get paid. They're trying to, actually, they're protesting right now. If you didn't know, most of you should know because it's been all over the blogs. They're trying to get paid more money because it's not a livable wage. Damn near, I make more than what they make. That's crazy. But, you know, she said after Drew said after Todd came to her that, you know, they agreed, and, you know, she decided to be a part of the movie. And he asked Kenya about, you know, Drew's comment about Twa, and, you know, why was she so offended when she threw shade at Drew about her low budget film. I mean, her low budget music video. What's going on with that? So Kenya's like, you know, at the end of the day, I apologize if I offended you. They apologize. It was what it was. So, you know, we get on the whole situation about the whole LaToya kiss. And, you know, Kandi is mad at Drew for calling her a liar. And Drew's just like, you know, back in 2020, you basically said that you weren't sure about the whole situation. So what are you talking about now?
It definitely upset me that she called me a liar multiple times.
So why in 2021 did you say if I misread the situation, I was wrong?
And to be honest with Drew, in this whole situation back and forth with Kandi, out of everybody sitting on that stage, if I was Drew, I would have more smoke for Kandi than Marlo, Courtney, because I feel like what Kandi did was more detrimental than what the other two did, hands down. And it was just crazy how Drew just like, you know, they had a little back and forth. You know, Drew had her little saying where she say Kandi coded lies.
One that keeps changing.
You need to stop lying.
Girl, that was Kandi
You
coded
need to
lies.
stop lying.
That was Kandi coded lies. I was actually told.
That was kind of cute. And, you know, Kandi called her lying asshole, this, that, and the third. But I just thought it was funny how, you know, she was just like, Kandi, are we good? I just want to know that, are we good? I'm just like, girl, no. Kandi basically said that, you know, at the end of the day, after you sit up on the stage gaslighting and over here lying, I know damn for sure that you gaslighting Ralph.
Was, you know, being gaslighted by Ralph, but the way you just sat here and lied on this damn chair, I for sure feel like you be gaslighting him.
Where's the lie?
Now that was after all the stuff that we've seen on this stage and on the show since season 13. That's a big statement. So for Drew to be like, are we good, Kandi? Girl, Lulu. Get on the whole Marlo body shaming, Drew's, you know, body, her shape. And, you know, Marlo likes, she says, like, at the end of the day, everyone on the stage got work done, so I don't see what the deal is. Like, I got lipo 3 times, so okay. Drew and Marlo has a back and forth, and it was just like, it was dumb.
Have a touch. You're touchless.
I know.
That's what you
I
are.
know.
No penetration.
You like to touch a lot.
No substance.
So you like to touch a lot. You like to touch a kiss.
It's getting very...
Marlo, she tries to do like the Nene. I call it the Nene, where it's just like, you're right, yeah. I'm like, bump that. No, if this is the reunion and you saying so, like, I feel like I go into the mindset, like, if I'm going to a reunion, we going to war. I'm an army of one. I got my 4 sides. Boom, 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 boom. We really going to war, so I don't see how they just like, yeah, you're right, you're right. No, you get your reads up and do what you got to do. It's a battle of words. What can we do? Like, you know. So Andy, you know, asked Drew, like, so are you down? Are you willing to talk about your current status of your marriage? Like, are you willing to talk about it when Ralph comes out? And she's like, well, we'll see. You know, I have kids, and I value the sanctity of my marriage. I'm like, girl, your husband didn't. He didn't value it. So after all the stuff you talk about, he's sleeping with women, over here entertaining women, over here having dick over here everywhere. He didn't value it, so why are you valuing it? Girl, talk about it and spill the tea. We want to know. Marlo's segment comes up, and, you know, with the ups and downs, Marlo 2.0. At the end of the day, I feel like Marlo, producer was in her ear like, girl, turn it up. That's all it was. So she's still dating Scott Lee, and basically Courtney and Phaedra are helping her trying to get her record expunged. Cool. So the DM situation, and Kenya, I hear Kenya's side and I understand it, but Roy went on a date with Marlo. Cool, fine. I don't see what the big deal is because he not with her. It was only one date. And I feel like Kenya gave him more steam and gusto than what it needed to be. Because she's like, yeah, after he said what he said on the show, that he popped her cherry, she was so over it. He did not want to be out on the show. He did not want to do that. I'm just like, Kenya, you're really giving it too much.
Said that
I'm going to leave
they
her
went
alone.
out on a date and then saying that he popped her cherry. it was a really big turnoff for him.
Like, cause if you look at Marlo down here and you're up here, I mean, what you should have did was just like, okay, she dated him. Okay, next. I would have paid it dust, because it's just like, if I look at someone just like, girl, she really ain't, she can't compete with me. She ain't nothing to me. Like, she ain't got nothing on me. I eat her up every time. Every time I walk out the door, I eat her up. So for you to give her that much steam and that much effect on you is a lot. I didn't like that for you, friend. Really didn't. So Andy asked, so where is Roy? So Kenya basically comes up with this whole situation about, oh, since Marlo said this and that and the third on the show, he basically didn't want to be around. And Andy's like, okay, but you know, the show didn't wrap. So
it already wrapped.
It was in the super tease.
But when the super tease comes out, we're already wrapped.
He had heard about what we talked about too.
She was like, oh, it was a super teaser. He was like, okay, but the show was still filming. It hasn't wrapped. So she was like, well, he heard by way of, you know, information. He got wind of it, this and the third. If you trying to say Monyetta told him, just say that. I would just say that, right? So we get on this whole collusion topic, and you know, Monyetta, for me, she fell flat throughout the whole season. Do not bring Monyetta back. I feel like Monyetta is literally the lamp in the corner. I feel like on the outside, Monyetta is beautiful, stunning. I think she has a great personality. It just not reflect on TV. Don't know why. I just feel like Monyetta never wants to go there, and I do not feel like she's witty and like quick on her feet with the reads. It always make her look delayed.
Really weird. You know, Courtney was saying, oh, well, I would never go against you, Sheree. And it was not about, oh, yes.
Really?
Yes. Really?
I do feel like there's a whole alliance. Literally how the couches were split up, that's alliance. Period. So, you know, Monyetta and Courtney, they go at it. And, you know, I feel like they're trying to earn that peach. I really don't feel like either of them are going to get it. I hope Courtney does return next season. The whole situation with Drew and Allison and Courtney, let's deep dive that. Let's deep dive that. And if they bring back Portia, bring back Fallon. Yeah. Courtney basically tells us that the footage that the Monyetta showed was her imitating Drew recount of LaToya. Which, okay, it could make sense. I didn't think that she was talking about Drew because she pointed at Sonya. So I'm just like, that makes sense.
What happened is because we were literally just talking about the conversation between Drew and Kandi. Right. We're trying to figure out who is telling the truth.
So we get on the whole Courtney's ghetto comment and how Sanya did not defend Kandi, and I totally agree. Sanya was sitting there laughing, kikiing, and this, that, and the third, and I don't feel like Sanya had her back at all. Sanya was like, look, I defended you. I felt like I defended you. No, you really didn't. But then Sanya's just like, at the end of the day, you know, you was over here laughing at the whole situation with Drew flipping her hair at me at the last reunion, so, you know, I didn't think it was that deep. You didn't think it was that deep. I didn't think it was that deep either.
Watching her laugh, that is what bothers me.
It's Andy, I sent it to you. You said, don't be mad at me, friend, but it's kind of funny.
Go on this whole door slam. Marlo did slam that door on Monyetta. And my whole thing with Monyetta, if you felt like she did slam that door, don't let none of them other women in there tell you otherwise. If she slammed that door, you should have told Marlo. I feel like Monyetta did approach Marlo, tell her this and the third, but she got sunned by Marlo the whole time. Marlo's like, girl, give me a Grey Goose with pineapple. I ain't got time to hear her. She paid her dust. So that's what I'm like with Monyetta. I feel like Monyetta let the girls put her in the background.
If she slams the door on you, you know if she slammed the door or not. I am 2 to 3 people behind you. I'm trying to keep the peace. So you calling me a hyena was out of line.
But on this show, it doesn't connect for me. Courtney and Drew clash yet again. And, you know, they argue over the whole video, and Andy was like, okay, so you admit to calling Drew a bitch. And Courtney was like, yes, I admit to it because she was getting on my nerves. And Drew's like, oh, okay. And we learn about, you know, Kenya's salon, the soft opening, and the fact that she's going to build a second floor. So it's going to halt the opening time, which makes sense. I saw a video on Twitter of a girl trying to go off on Kenya about her thing is not open, da 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 da. Okay. Were you going to go and get some service or buy anything? We'll see. Then a fan basically comments about Kandi being in the group. She was like, okay, do Kandi even want to be here? Candy's like, yeah, I want to be here, but you know, my situation with my group has just taken over a lot. So, you know, my mind was just on something else. I took too much on. right? And then we end with Courtney and Drew clashing again about the whole adoption of Drew's son.
Say this one time, don't you ever in your life speak on my son. And I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna leave that right there. Don't you ever. That is off limits.
Son, and Drew's just like,
Don't you ever bring up my son. Don't you ever do that. You gotta get it. You can't do that to my son. He gonna see this in the future. You can't do this.
all this. I'm just like, oh, damn, like, what's deep? But I feel like Drew does this whole big production and this, that, and the third. But I'm like, you gotta realize that your husband talked about it on season 13, that he didn't want to adopt him. And for me, I thought that would be more concerning than Courtney bringing up not necessarily your son, but the reason why Ralph is not going to adopt him. Like, I want people to realize that we're not, I'm gonna say we're, but people aren't talking about your kids. Some people do, but I'm just saying, people aren't talking about your kids when they're referencing your parenting or a situation around your kid. Now, do I feel like Courtney should have brought it up? No. But was she talking about her son? No. She was basically talking about why Ralph didn't want to adopt, because she felt like Drew was just trying to go be in a gay relationship and collect a check. But y'all, this was cute. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I ain't gonna hold you at all. I thought this was really good. But y'all, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.